right? I go to Diddy parties, which is where people like me step in. To walk out, because ain't nobody stopping me when I come. Why would they talk about it? Who is there to go to? Who's gonna them? What HR department do you know of that works for any of these labels? Yeah. When have you ever heard of a suit being publicly acknowledged in the entertainment industry at all? Never. Not in entertainment.
Tupac. Remember that one?
He was the only one.
Yeah.
You saw how that turned out.
Yeah.
No, guilty.
That's why they do it. To make you an example. To remind you what they're willing to do to keep things the way they want them. It's intimidation. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case.
Ahem. Can Jaguar Wright please come to the front of the class, please? Miss Wright, you used to say that you would walk girls out of the freak.
Things are heating up because Orlando has joined forces with Allie Carter to call out Jaguar Wright. And honestly, they didn't hold anything back. It turns out Jaguar, or as some now call her, Jaguar Wrong, hasn't been telling the truth. Most of what she's been saying either came from others and was exaggerated, or she simply made it up to create drama. What makes the situation worse is that she's been convincing people to send her money. On top of the cash she's getting from appearing on different YouTube channels with these stories, she's also making a steady income from the views on her own channel. People have been supporting her, thinking she's genuinely exposing the industry. But it looks like she's just playing them while making money at the same time. No one really expected Allie and Orlando to go after her, especially since all of them usually speak out against the same issues and people. You'd think they'd be on the same side. But according to Allie, Jaguar started acting suspicious once she got more attention, worried that she was losing her grip on the spotlight.
A lot. Mainly from big kitties. Here, kitty. Here, kitty.
But that was just the start. She went in on Jaguar, calling her a total fraud who's been taking money just to get online and feed lies to people who are honestly searching for the truth. According to her, Jaguar isn't exposing anything real. She's just a planted figure, pretending to be genuine while secretly pushing a false story. The whole persona of being a truth teller is nothing but an act, and she's using it to fool people into believing her while spreading lies and cashing in at the same time.
And truth teller clothing. Here, kitty. Here, kitty.
Allie claimed Jaguar has been profiting off other people's struggles while pretending she's the one offering help. She explained that Jaguar usually comes up with these outrageous stories whenever her money starts drying up. When she gets people's attention, Jaguar reportedly refuses to share more unless she's paid. Allie argued that if Jaguar really cared about exposing the truth, especially when children's lives are at stake, she wouldn't demand money first. She would simply come forward and speak.
And truth teller clothing. They want you to give them a Patreon subscription fee, all the money, and I think people have gotten to this mindset of if I want the truth, I have to pay money for it. If I want the truth, I have to put it off on somebody else. Waiver from the children? A lot. How many times do they tell you about the children? How many times do they tell you to get up for the children? How many times do they call you to action for the children? How many times do they not waiver from the children unless it's trending? When do they talk about the children? Do they only talk about it when it's trending? If they're talking about trafficking, do they talk about the children? Here, kitty. I don't believe in panthers. I believe in a kitty. I know. I've lived with them. I've dealt with them. So I know how they work. If they don't get their way, they point fingers. When they don't get their way.
But naturally, Jaguar wasn't about to stay silent while Allie went after her like that. She went live and delivered a strong warning, telling Allie to quit using her name for clout and making it clear she's not someone to play with. Jaguar made it known that if Allie keeps pressing the issue, she's fully prepared to take it all the way and won't back down under any circumstances.
Chase me. Even if it is for your protection. I am not Lamisha Fuller. I'm not running around lying on you, trying to convince people you got stuff. So I want to.
Jaguar later showed up in another interview and took more shots at Allie. She insisted that, unlike Allie, she actually has evidence to support her claims and isn't just making things up out of thin air.
I don't have receipts, yet everywhere I point and tell people to go look, they found something that was hidden, thrown down in the algorithm, sitting right there online, right in front of their very faces. I don't really have much feeling about stupidity. It's just stupidity. What do you mean coming? It's always been here. People have chosen to ignore it. Things are about to get real and they're not going to be able to ignore it anymore.
The reason so many people began siding with Allie and turning against Jaguar was because Orlando Brown had already put her on blast before Allie even spoke up. He went as far as accusing her of practicing witchcraft with her late son's remains to convince people her stories were real. What stunned everyone was that he said this directly to her face during a heated interview. The conversation was supposed to focus on both of them exposing the industry, but things quickly shifted. Orlando ended up going off on Jaguar, calling her a liar and accusing her of being fixated on witchcraft. It all kicked off when Jaguar claimed Orlando honored her for saving him. That didn't sit well with him at all. He wasn't about to let her paint herself as some kind of hero in his life. That's when he completely snapped and started calling her out, making it clear he wasn't going to let her sit there and act like she rescued him.
He honors me in such a way.
Bro, am I lying?
No,
No,
I'm on you. I'm on you. I'm on you.
Bro,
Hey,
hey,
you honor me. Listen to me.
Haru, am I lying?
You honor
I know, I'm
Hey.
just like, yo, bro, like, that's
You
all your
honor
bread.
me.
That's all your money.
You honor me. And I'm going to tell you why.
They trying to take your movie? That's cute, you doing music, and you wrote Matrix.
Yeah.
It's adorable that you're doing music with people, but you wrote the movie.
I understand.
This is when things really escalated. Orlando accused Jaguar of using voodoo on him by blowing her late son's ashes on him, saying she was disrespecting her son's remains. He claimed that at one point he had even tried to help her get out of jail after she was arrested for it. But once he realized she was out here using voodoo on people, he completely turned away and wanted nothing to do with her anymore.
I did all this for one question. Now I know that I'm your son.
Uh-huh.
No, but my brother, he not here no more.
Mm-hmm.
You was outside that place
Yeah.
and you start throwing the dust of my brother on blood.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening with that?
Exactly what did. It's now closed.
No, I'm saying, what did that mean to you when you was throwing my brother's bones in powder form? Like
It was me.
yeah, I'm saying, blood,
It's
but why
still
you
me.
throwing his? Why you threw it? What did that mean to you when you throw my family members?
I'm going to put it to you this way. If I explain it here,
No, I'm saying, I mean, we all watching. I'm not asking for
if
no.
I
but-
explain it here,
come on, let's do it. Cause I'm telling
you
you,
don't want me to do
you threw dead ashes of my little baby brother all over these.
I
I'm
did.
asking you why you wasted my all over everybody.
Oh, that wasn't a waste.
So what is that? Is it voodoo?
Are you sure you want?
I'm dead serious, cause that's my.
Because
So.
There's certain
I'm his little brother,
languages.
but I'm his little brother though.
there's certain languages.
But I'm his little brother, but I'm
I
his little
speak.
brother though. Blood, you
You
tripping.
don't want me to speak that.
Bro, I'm asking you, we all
don't want me
watching,
to speak
we all watched you do it. What does that mean when you throw some
This
on
is the
somebody
thing.
like that? If I'm dead and it's like Orlando Brown being dead, Jaguar,
Mm.
and you dig in the bag and you throw Orlando Brown all over somebody,
My
What does that
question
mean?
is this. What does it mean to you to ask?
Because that's my brother. I'm your son.
Got that. And yet, what does that mean to you to ask?
That's my brother.
And show me where his holes were.
Well, you gotta.
Show me where his.
They're in
No.
the ashes.
Show me where his.
I saw you screaming.
Show me where his bullet holes were.
I seen you screaming.
Where was he?
Pull you out the car. Talking about your is in a U-Haul.
You want to know what?
Get the out of here. Period.
You want to know what's interesting?
Yeah, ain't nothing interesting when my mama screaming about some her shit in a U-Haul and you had to go out there and you threw your out there like this on their face.
Now I do.
So why you do it? Why you throw my brother?
I got somebody that wants to talk to you. And I think you should talk to them.
Yeah, man. On my mama. On everything.
Do me a favor.
Mama, I'm telling you.
Do me a
That
favor.
is not gonna happen. They can't call you crazy. They
Do me a
arrested
favor.
you. I was finna pay your bail.
Did you?
Bro. No, I couldn't because they wouldn't let me.
Why not?
They told me they had it.
Why not?
They wouldn't let me do it.
Why not?
They wouldn't let me do it. I called them at 4, 3 in the morning. Everybody over here. I called him, and he was like, "Nah."
But why not?
But I'm asking why you throwing the ashes, and if they asking us.
In case you didn't know what Orlando was referring to, a video went viral a few years ago showing Jaguar blowing her late son's ashes on people and then pouring the rest over herself. Orlando didn't hold anything back. During the interview, he flat out told Jaguar he was done and ready to end the conversation. At one point, he even compared her to his baby mama, basically saying she talks too much and he's tired of hearing her voice. Jaguar tried to brush it off with a few jokes, but viewers couldn't ignore the disrespect coming from Orlando. All this back and forth between Jaguar, Ali, and Orlando had people talking, and that's when many started realizing Jaguar's stories didn't match up with what's actually been said in court by real witnesses. The few things that were true had clearly been exaggerated for drama, like when she claimed she used to escort people out after these so-called Diddy parties. At first, people believed her since no one really knew what went on. But now, thanks to Cassie's testimony and those directly involved, we know those gatherings usually just involved Diddy, Cassie, and a male escort. It wasn't some big event where Jaguar could hang around and walk someone out. That part was completely made up to keep her audience hooked.
Can Jaguar Wright please come to the front of the class, please? Miss Wright, you used to say that you would walk girls out of the freak-offs. Is that not true? You said in detail, with great passion, that you were walking them out of the freak-offs. As far as we know, freak-offs consisted of 3 people: Diddy, Cassie, who was never walked out, and male workers. Who did you walk out of the freak-offs? Because you said you were saving women. Cassie, as far as we know, was the only woman there, and you didn't save her. So who did you save? I think now that we have a clear vision of what the freak-offs were, Cassie, a worker, and Diddy masturbating in the corner, we know now Jaguar Wright was not there. She was not saving anyone. She was not walking anyone out of the freak-offs. Are you serious? We still have people who are like, well, Jaguar was right about Diddy. She said she was at the freak-offs saving people. That is obviously now not true. As far as we know now, the freak-offs were not Hollywood-filled, eyes wide shut parties with tons of people that someone like Jaguar Wright could somehow sneak into and pull people out of. They were tiny things in hotel rooms. Stop telling me, well, Jaguar was right about—
Things aren't looking good for Jaguar right now. At first, it seemed like she might have been telling the truth, but now everything is starting to crumble. Ali Carter is accusing her of lying and making money off people's pain. Orlando is saying she used her late son's ashes for witchcraft. And more people are revisiting her past claims, realizing she's been misleading them for years. One person even commented, "It's like Jaguar Wright read a bunch of Reddit threads and blind items, twisted the stories to include herself, then watched slam poetry videos to create this fake personality. Another said she was just a failed singer who once met Jay-Z but acts like she was on the same level as Mary J. Blige. They believe she's been using her brief fame to spread lies for years. Now I want to know what you think. Do you believe Jaguar's been lying all this time just for money? Or do you think she's telling the truth and the industry is trying to make her look like a liar? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to click here to watch another crazy video.